Hello and welcome to this late afternoon cast of Scout versus T-Flame. We have the battle for Hexagon Q4 this afternoon, which relatively contested tile. You'll see it blinking there on the screen. We've got one green tile, one red tile, and three as yet undecided tiles up against it. So definitely worth having for both of these players. Joining me for this cast is the entire contents of the headquarters chat room, which in this particular case is nobody but Grosh.
Hey,
But
it's me and also me.
that said, feel free to hop in if you feel like talking about more of the game, more than you feel like watching it. That said, today's match will be played on Tayan and Balcony, so we're going to end the match with some coin flips and start it out with some RNG. What do you think about these two venues? I guess they're probably not your favorite from your reaction earlier.
Yeah, no, I like my entire body cringed. No, I mean, best of luck to the players. There's a lot that could be missed or not missed, and I don't even know.
All right, looks like the players are getting into the game, so will we. We've got Scout as our first spy here, starting out as Small Man. Pushing that button right away here and just gonna try to get down to business, get out to an early lead.
Yeah, getting in a nice position in the back of conversation where we could hope for an easy bug.
Double Agent does come to us, but conversations just aren't quite good enough yet. I think if we got one of these two book goers, we might be willing to go for it. And Kane decides, yeah, he's going to join this conversation, and Scout agrees. There goes the banana bread.
Yeah, there might have just been one low light on buttons. It's
Yep,
a good one.
that is the only one, and we're not going to spend too much time staying in that conversation, but we get a highlight for being Smallman leaving the conversation. That's a bit of a brutal highlight, but it's what you get when you pick this character.
Yeah, I mean it's small man, and you were in the back of the back conversation. I mean, you could have done anything back there. Who even knows?
Well, so from T-Flame's perspective, we should be relatively confident that we didn't do a bug. The list is still there. And
Speaking of which,
speaking of which, we do a bug. Bugs
is
are strong and effective techniques.
yeah, I didn't get to see what it looked like from T-Flame's perspective. Having the highlight there would make it easier to see.
That
But I think the
wasn't
front
terrible.
conversation was pretty cool. Yeah,
I mean, we definitely picked up credit, no doubt, but we may well have had that credit anyway. So better to have credit and the mission than credit and no mission. And the number of highlights, only true. T-Flame taking one on to us and General at the same time, both for just leaving that conversation. And now, sorry for doing.
oh,
Was that safe?
safety off on.
Yeah,
Was that us? That was
I
us,
think
right?
that was meant to be on us through the legs there. I don't know if T-Flame actually got it onto us, but I think Scout's in a big world of hurt here. And really, she hasn't done all that much other than, been Smallman.
Yeah, we got our 85%, so we need another flirt and then a last mission, but I don't see how we get through at this point with all our suspicion. I'm not sure how much Scout feels.
And T-Flame, one of the self-proclaimed kings of etiquette here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's hating Smallman for something small that we just didn't see here. But yeah, we certainly have an undue amount of suspicion for what we've actually accomplished so far. It's like we're willing just to timer flirt this out for the moment, and if Scout's feeling like they're a little bit under the gun, I can totally understand that decision, and it does put us in a tight spot here where we have 30 seconds and we're still short a mission. And I think any of what we have available is just going to be so difficult to get away with.
Yeah, looks like maybe we're gonna try for center inspect with or without swap, but I would be surprised if we don't get shot.
Well, let's side inspect, and we're going to swap. Swap, clank, dance! No. I like the attempt.
I do too. I think dance was our best chance of success there, but And you gotta love the clink.
I mean, yeah, that was just a play there to try and get behind the conversation as fast as we can and make it so T-Flame can't take that shot. But unfortunately, none of the party wanted to cooperate there. If we were probably hoping somebody would just go in front of us here, but nobody wants to leave that conversation, and T-Flame has nothing better to watch at that moment. Lasers on our side of the venue.
Yeah. Wobble in chat noticing that Toby had been in front of us, but yeah, he does leave. That's pretty sad.
All right. First game in T-Flame's pocket, but we'll have to see if Scout can strike back here as soon as they get this game underway. And I think the play in this set definitely has to be try to make your lead on Taeyan, because Balcony is known for its flippiness.
Yeah, you don't want to have to count on winning the majority of the balcony games. That's a strategy I would not like.
Well, unless they tie here, it's going to be the strategy at least one of these players has to rely on if they want to secure the hex for their team. And I know Scout in particular is, I think Taeyan might be one of her favorite venues, if not her very favorite venue. So maybe that little bit of extra comfort might help her stay on level footing here as we get tricked into thinking it's time for the second game and then have it snatched away from us by T-Flame hitting cancel.
Okay. We'll give it a second go. Yeah, but hopefully Scout will pull it back. I guess I do still wonder what exactly was it we got the highlight for initially. If it was just suspicious positioning, or if we actually did something else.
I'd have to think it's just for being quick levers after the banana bread. If you look at the fact that General got a highlight at the same time, yeah, also just for leaving that conversation.
I feel like it just makes sense to give Smallman that extra suspicion on a really obscured map like Taeyan. Well, looks like we're about to get started.
Let's hope so. And here we go. Hey.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we got some Kane here for T-Flame. Bugs back on the menu here, but first we're just gonna, I like this little bit of an optimization here, taking advantage of where we spawned in, heading straight for the books and gonna take that away. See if we can't cook the cookbook a little bit here.
Yeah, we'll immediately get 51% flirt. Might make sense to just timer flirt here.
Unfortunately, with Queen in our conversation, we have no chance of the double agent coming to us, and you always suspect that when you're in the other conversation on Taeyan, just the fact there's only 2 conversation circles and most characters are in at any given point in time, but T-Flame choosing to return this book correctly. A little bit of respect here.
Yeah. Where we're standing in conversation, I think the book was also super visible, so I think that's pretty reasonable.
Wanted to go in for this second green flirt, but sorry, says stay away from my small man.
Yeah, that's a little sad. Taking an innocent drink and it was green. Oh, that's tragic.
We've gotten this early enough that we're not in any particular time trouble yet, but we have put this drink in our hands and there's no print or anything on it. So we're going to have to get rid of this drink fairly expediently to open our options back up, but for now I think we might just have to timer flirt. Unfortunately, I didn't notice that Small Man's long gone.
Yeah.
And T-Flame decides they can't wait any longer. We'll gulp this drink, and he's surely going to get out of here in just a moment, unless this is just gulping for Purloin. Here's the offer. It is way at the back of the venue. But no, just an innocent reject. No. T-Flame saying no to all progress here, and is putting themselves in a place where it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to finish.
Yeah, it does seem that way. I know the print on the green bookshelf was pretty fresh. We could have finished flirt there, but there was no rush. Yeah, I don't know.
And we're just being, for all the nothing we're getting done, we're being incredibly active, moving back and forth between conversations. Perhaps a bit undecided if we want to finish or not. We bug at the books.
Yeah.
That's a really nice bug.
Yeah, that looked like it must have been good. So we'll take that, and we'll also get our fingerprint. So we've and we get a highlight too.
We're being offered a drink if we have any plans on finishing. The list has to go, and there goes the green Purloin. But we have to do something fairly quickly here to get ourselves the clock hang, and we're going to go straight into that conversation and go for this contact. Here it goes. There, the list is gone. We're seen talking, and Scout finds a way to take the shot here. Too much suspicion for all that activity, and Scout's not going to let us get away with it.
Yeah, good shot. I do wonder what that book looked like if we had suspicion for, or sorry, the bug at books, what it looked like if we had suspicion for it.
I'll play it back here again. It was actually quite a strong bug. It almost, the ambassador practically takes a bug path to us, and we're in the very peripheral of the vision here. In the moment the bug's going off, it's almost entirely covered. Even if I take the camera here and rotate as far right as I can go, there's almost no way to see this standing bug, just how nicely the ambassador pathed to us and just gave us that mission credit.
Yeah, that's a pretty hard bug to credit. There wasn't a big window.
I think really what came back to bite T-Flame there was just their total glut of activity in those closing seconds. They were running every which way. But we're on to the next game now. We've got teal for Scout.
Mm-hmm.
If I mess up the scoreboard, no big deal. A little bit of bounce off of Toby trying to make our way to our seduction target. Creative bouncing, but we decide that we can't keep it up and we'll just settle in with the double agent here.
This is pretty alright, just Duke is out.
Banana bread.
Duke's out, and unfortunately, the real, or the suspected double agent, also among those not in conversation. So the back convo does not have real, but in T-Flame's shoes, are you going to find a way to credit real here? It looks like he is.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Scout should consider... I mean, it's going to be hard for her to know that with two people out, you almost think, all right, certainly the other conversation has real, and they've got two lowlights. So
yeah,
I think Scout's probably in a little bit of trouble having more suspicion than they know.
Yeah, for a second there, both the conversations were pretty full again. I think it could have been reasonable to do a second one, but yeah, you sort of assume with the conversations being so full, probably the SDA's in the other one. That is a bummer.
Also a bummer is this drink. I'm sure we would have liked to take the bug with the ambassador coming right to us and a fair amount of cover, but just didn't have the opportunity. And we'll head to the back here. Still not gulping this drink.
Yeah, nice spot open next to General that we'll take.
Green test will help, but I still think we're in time trouble here. What do you think's our best escape valve? Are we just going to have to take the list?
sort of feels that way. The briefcase is gone now, so with a minute 20 left, I think that'd be pretty reasonable.
Well, last game we tried to take the statue and go, but that's not the motto. The motto is take the list and go. We'll see if that works out here as we run down the clock under a minute. Surely this is too soon to take it, so we do just reject.
Yeah. We don't have Shoji cover for swap either, but oh, Buns gets shot.
T-Flame hates buns.
I presume there was a finished statue there and something else that we didn't notice.
Let's see. If I've got a little bit of time here, let's try to get ourselves Bunzo vision. Run the clock back. All right, here we go.
Potentially credit bug there. Look at that.
Yep. And then the ambassador comes right next to us.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, we've got bug credit at this point. A lot of mid-game just idling in conversation. We were in for the real contact.
Yeah.
We know she finishes at statues, but was there an earlier statue visit?
Yeah, well, I guess that's enough, right? Because I guess yeah.
No, there was no first statues.
That's interesting. I thought that at the start, she kind of was close to the statue. Of course, didn't pick it up though. Yeah, I guess that's that.
That is that. But T-Flame now pulling out the small man.
Yeah.
Spending some more time at books. I don't think Scout has so much as touched a book so far in her first two games. But T-Flame has done nothing but innocent books. Little bit of a playstyle difference coming out here. Very full conversations. With nobody wrong. Oh, cheeky. We're trying to do a standing bug here in the middle of the conversation. There was enough cover, but we just don't get close enough, and no credit.
That's too bad, but at least no worse for it. So I guess we have to wonder what we'll try next. So Ambassador didn't come back. That would have been nice if we could have gotten the bug there. So now I feel like we're pretty sad. We can get our second flirt at least. Just green, so just one more.
But again, this is a lot of time pressure coming up against T-Flame here. I think I've got it. We go for the reverse drive-by again, but he bounces off and just can't get it. And instead, we action priority into a banana bread, trying to get the second one.
Yeah, that must have been that was a bit of a sad banana bread.
I want to watch this first. Oh,
whoa!
Okay.
It pays off though. I wonder, it was such a sad seeming banana bread, you have to assume it was real, right? So I'm guessing that's probably what got Kane shot.
Well, here's that first attempt from overhead camera. Oh, that is so horribly not quite close enough. Look at that.
The circles are touching. Almost.
Oh, poor T-Flame. You try to pull something like that off and your plans are foiled by a single pixel.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the dance floor, you know, things just don't always agree with you there. So let's see what else happened with Kane.
I wonder if this is just for overshooting the briefcase return onto statue pad.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, I guess, with Toby there. It's a little weird. Okay. Well, anyway, Scout is Rocker.
Scout is Rocker, and we're all level here. We're going to get rid of this drink. Unfortunately, we had no opportunity to take that bug. We would have just eaten an immediate bullet. We got some blink watching going on here. And Wheels pass the test.
Yeah, you know, when people are under pressure, you know, sometimes you tell them don't blink, but against T-Flame, you better blink.
See if we get watched for blinks here as we go in for our center inspects. Ending the aversion to statues that we've seen so far from these players in this game.
Yeah. Oh, what a nice blink. Oh, little clap for Rocker there. Good job, Scout.
No double zoom, but you just know that T-Flame was watching it.
We'll pick up our first flirt, I'm sure. Oh, there it is. It's green. Lovely.
List doesn't go away. I think T-Flame might have suspected a purloin there, and both of his highlights will take, and the list remains.
Yeah, we're keeping a close eye on things.
Double Agent being a bit of a buster to this point in the match. And as I say, that settles into conversation in the spot we just vacated.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried we might be more susceptible to a flirt pair than normal just because we are the two highlights, as Buns will pick one up for statues.
Yeah.
And now probably Irish as well.
Banana bread.
Yeah,
But we'll knock her right out.
We'll be knocked right out, yeah.
And that might actually look pretty bad for Buns. She just joined the conversation and the banana bread comes off pretty quickly. But it gives everybody who's not a lowlight real.
Oh, and Buns stops right next to the ambassador too. Although I think from T-Flame's angle, he probably feels pretty confident to take that bug. I'm sure he was watching.
And now, despite the early statues, this is more time pressure up against Scout. And there's no room in this back conversation until we get bounced around by Kane. Little bit creative, but gets it done. We will pick up the flirt. We will pick up the contact here in just a moment. But we're going to have to take the list.
Yep, that's what it looks like. We haven't requested yet.
It is a white contact, but the double agent is gone.
Banana bread.
Oh, no.
Taking the list won't be enough.
Yeah, I'm wondering how bad this seems for Buns.
Not bad enough.
Oh, we're going for time ad, but it's Rocker. We're out of time.
Yep. Green test, but not fast enough.
Rocker's so slow time ad. Yeah, no, that had to happen sooner. Unfortunate.
T-Flames, for so long in that match, just expecting the list to go, double zooming in on almost every take. And it just never would. I think Scout definitely would have taken it there if the contact had come off, but...
Yeah. At that point, maybe thinking that we, better take the chance on a wrong shot and try to get a time out of it. We were a little late for it. Good on Team Flame for holding though.
Well, more Smallman here.
More Smallman, wow. A nice little starting cheese flirt.
Cheese flirt into center statues.
Yeah.
Talk about threat.
Yeah, insisting on finishing with plenty of time.
And we'll pick up
A well-deserved highlight.
With that little rotate there, I almost wonder if Scout is on top of the cheese flirt. I don't presume to know that she is, but she seemed very keen on watching where Smallman went back into that conversation. Just that little extra rotate there.
Yeah. Ooh, were we talking when we picked up that briefcase too? That's pretty cheesy too, but probably almost impossible to see.
And hits the difficult flirt. Or difficult print, I'm sorry.
And I'd expect nothing less from our team captain. An excellent AT rate. And you hope probably you don't get much suspicion for that briefcase. We didn't even have to move with it. So.
That was a pretty short window stay, especially for somebody who so tuned into behavior as tflame is, but doesn't think he'll get in trouble for it and looks to be right in this case, but will pick up this second print. So that's going to be our first print finish of the night.
Yeah. It's a bit interesting. We decided to take this book with us. I wonder if we hope that maybe we'll Ooh, is Sam gonna join us? Yes. Oh no.
No, it's a briefcase.
Gosh.
I mean,
that's horrible.
We've got 80 seconds. There aren't too many places for the ST to sunshine us on this venue. But T-Flame decides...
Oh. It's so small, but we just barely missed the pad. But it looks like, you know, the twitch was so tiny. I'm sure that was probably fine.
Down under a minute. We will get rid of this book. Despite having our path to victory cut out, we never took that contact. And now the double agents in the other conversation. This could be that same activity trap we saw earlier if T-Flame wants to complete that mission. We will send Toby away as we finish our flirt. But you've got to expect a contact here.
Yeah.
Ambassador's nowhere buggable right now. It's those center statues. There's no chance. We're going to try to...
Oh, we're going for it. We're going for it, yep.
We do go for it, and we have enough cover. Wow.
Wow.
That's a play.
That was super cool. Yeah, I guess with all the cover there, we just do small man things. I guess T-Flame assuming that he might be dead on a BB, which might have been true, especially as it was getting super late there. That was really nice. And then we just hang out behind Taft, our safety buddy.
Yeah, there's just nothing to see from Scout's perspective there, other than the fact that we haven't seen where Smallman went.
Just even a highlight isn't enough. But that's enough of that. Let's do some coin flips.
Fair enough. Well, like you said, that's the end of the first venue here, and T-Flame with the single game advantage. But that's going to be quite significant, as it can be hard to come out ahead on balcony. I do know lots of balcony practice has been happening lately, at least amongst the green team. Seen more than a couple marathon sessions when I've randomly hopped into spectation. But here we go. Got a little twin on twin.
Yeah, and we're thankfully not the suspicious twin at this point, which is nice.
Oh, Scout, are you going to do this? Are you going to never click the button? Are we banking on T-Flame shooting somebody?
Ooh, we've been at the window for so long, it's suspicious. It's weird. I think that was a highlight for that.
We red flirt the other twin to get rid of them. Thing is, there's nobody really at this party doing much of anything. The conversation is devoid of, well, conversation.
Yeah, and I'm wondering just how much suspicion we picked up for that. Are we? Okay, well, we'll take our first seduce. It's 49, so we can finish with one more
Time
flirt.
ad.
Oh, a time ad. A green time ad.
Time ad on balcony. I mean, there have been so many window visitors that if tflame doesn't catch this, that conversation entry is a bit kooky, but we don't seem any worse for wear. Well, still no contact, and by now, surely tflame's noticed that the clock slowed down. If not, the slow beeps will do it.
Yeah, maybe we were hoping to get everybody in for the contact. Pearl's left. We're gonna take it anyway, though.
Banana bread.
T-Flame goes for the shot. Yep.
Definitely not your standard game of balcony, though.
How long was Scout at that window?
That's what I'm looking at right now. And most of it on AI control.
Yeah. She took control of of the twin like only a second before T-Flame gave a highlight. So I guess just with the tiny little redirect on the pad, that was just AI doing AI things. That's weird.
Yeah, and this feels like an unfortunate highlight for literally something that's legal. But these things happen.
Yeah. You know, AI control, sometimes the AI doesn't act like AI. I don't know. Scott probably feeling pretty sad.
And certainly not helping us was that party had no interest in staying in the circle. Nobody in there to talk right up close to somebody. Everybody was really spaced out. Never any risk of a bug. And with that contact coming so late.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. The kind of contact that you really mull over, feeling like you probably have to shoot. We'll take sorry as T-Flame. I wonder, we'll try to bug here.
Banana bread.
That conversation entry was a little bit clunky. And it was being stared at, so that is something Scout could possibly pick up on here, but no evidence thus far that she has. Instead, the double agent is suspected for contacting the double agent.
It always helps when you're the person you're trying to talk to.
T-Flame's turn now to make with the act of idling. Lots of window visits. And when our seduction target is the one at windows, we choose
Banana
not to.
bread.
Firing off a fake will do nothing but knock out small. Bugged?
Oh, that's fair. Oh, that was bug. Yeah.
It's bug.
Yeah.
And the Manor banana bread coming out here, but doesn't happen in time.
Yeah. Nice timing. It's very good. So T-Flame comfortably, at the very least, tying the Hex in a really strong position, with balcony. And I'm watching for this bug with you.
Just the laser jerking at exactly the wrong moment there. Let's see what would have been seen if it had been held a little bit more still. I mean, it's a sorry bug, all right.
Yeah. You know, you can see it, but it's real hard.
So we will have our 4th Smallman game.
Banana bread.
Ooh, okay.
Good contact. Oh, we get low lit.
Oh, that even. Very nice.
But there's no way Scout felt that as a low light. That had to have been felt as a highlight.
Yeah, we'll take our first 34% flirt, so we're going to be 3 flirting. But being a low light, we're probably in a great place.
Well, T-Flames narrowed the party down to 2. Unfortunately, those 2 do not include the spy. Question is, will they accumulate enough threat for T-Flame to shoot them, or will we be able to finish? I think if Boots talks to Twin here, she might just take the bullet.
Yeah, kind of a flurry of lights there. We get our second flirt. Might have been really hard to see, even if we weren't low light.
And the green test definitely going to help there.
Now, from this distance, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it seems like we're close enough, just with the white.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be 19%. The question is, will we have the cooldown early enough for there not to be overtime? And I think the answer to that question is no.
Nobody's talking.
Oh, we action priority a bug.
Yeah, it's okay. There's tons of cover.
We can't be seen. And the overtime shot is one of the highlights, who's not us. And Scout stays alive.
But is talking.
Yeah, we almost get low lit there at the very start of the match.
I wonder if that path actually looked kind of good. I wonder if Sorry had kind of been where we would have normally pathed. I think it was just the BB timing.
All right, Scout's got to keep running it up against another strong bug character. We've got Pearls for T-Flame, so I've got to think that that might be the plan here again.
Yeah, it was fun last time.
Oh,
we've low lit the spy.
We've low lit the spy for taking that long winding
Banana bread.
path around the back of the conversation. We will knock out the seduction target, but everybody else is in. And if bug is T-Flame's plan, and then there's the bug.
There it is.
There's no way that was seen. No way.
Yeah, that's a hex.
That is the hex. Let's see the bug again here, though. This is a really quick game. As rush as you can get on... So here's the moment we trigger it. And there's just absolutely nothing visible.
Yeah, it's very pretty. I suppose only if you had just the right angle would you see the snapback, probably.
From she was rotated a little bit more this way, you can definitely see the arm shoot out.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's rough. It's so hard to see, and especially if it's a low light.
We still have 2 games left to play for the venue bonuses, so Scout gonna hop on to wheels here and roll our way into conversation. General standing awkwardly dead center in the conversation, almost low-lightable, just the way that's known to work these days.
Yeah.
We go for a wheels bug, and I think that's clean.
Yeah. I mean, who would do that? That's great. Now I guess all we have to do is just wait for there to be a good opportunity to BB.
Yeah, T-Flame just running around with the laser at the moment of the bug. I'm surprised General hasn't turned a low light at this point just for standing there and doing a whole bunch of nothing. If I were a spy in that position, I'd be like, good, I don't want to be here. Let me go to Windows and fix this.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre. Seems like a reasonable BB to take with just
Banana
one out,
bread.
knowing that we can win if we're not shot. I don't think we're gonna get shot. Oh, are we? Okay. A fun little scoot at the end there.
Exciting last second scoots, but Bugs reigning supreme here on balcony.
Yeah, I mean that's there's a meta.
Let's see.
Why do 2 to 3 talk actions when you can do just 1 bug action? It's way more efficient.
And General providing an alarming amount of cover here as we have more small men.
oh goodness,
yeah,
there's
nope,
no way. Okay.
Nope,
yeah.
nope, that's not allowed.
Excuse me, sir, that's illegal.
We'll watch the replay because it's short. But we take super ambitious path through the conversation. And then the ugliest bug we've seen all night. Scout not going to let that slide, but unfortunately has let the hexagon slide as the set wraps up. It's going to be 7-5 in favor of the Disco Inferno. I'm sure you're happy about that result.
Whoop whoop, we're on fire. I guess. Almost definitely. Good on T-Flame. I knew we could count on him. But well played by Scout as well.
And disappointingly, the only person who tried to do any dancing that game was Scout in that very first game with the clank and run strat.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta know when the right time is to break it out on the dance floor, you know? Can't come on too strong.
So here's our map. The tile in question still blinking. So with that tile turning red, it's going to put a bit of a damper on Green's party down in that corner. It makes the tile to the bottom left there, I think it's R3, considerably less valuable for Green.
That's true. We'll take it.
I mean, at this point, everybody will take every hex they can get, but I'm thus far surprised that things have stayed as close as they have.
Yeah, I guess the captains did a pretty good job of distributing talent. But how couldn't they with such a talented community?
Let's see. There are some other good matches that happened today. You want to do another?
Yeah, sure. I'd hang out.
All right. Go ahead and grab Neo versus Banana Bread from the replay from the results channel if you haven't already.
Yeah, sure.
And we're gonna get this set up live here.
We'll do it live.
I need to figure out what team these people are on because this is surely not correct.